weather is the temperature is pretty low, but the smells more spring is coming. So here is the Wednesday, the Wellness Wednesday. Normally, I would like to share some wellness wisdom about the energy and to connect the mindfulness using origami or other tools to connect in consciously for taking the time for, like oneness with self together as a mindfulness exercise and other things. But today I thought it's a good idea to get prepared for full moon. Actually, I thought it was yes the oh shoot. I thought it's gonna be tomorrow and then realized that it's gonna be tonight my time. So technically Thursday, but after midnight soon's the full. So it's about 7 hours from now. And I am quite unsure that I can come back here tomorrow or not. So I just want to check the energy using this Mind Body Makeover card as usual to see the flow and getting some insight or ideas for what would be good for this full moon to be reminded for celebrating accomplishment wherever you're at your own journey. And new moon is to set the intention, and full moon to celebrate the fullness and how much farther we came, and to releasing something no longer serving everything people, event, emotion, sense of self, repeating patterns, and so forth. So it's good to be getting clarity about our own state so then we can manage own energy more better way for the upcoming cycle. I use the moon cycle as a new moon, full moon every 2 weeks, and then also the month, and then 4 seasons as my way of reviewing, resetting, and celebrating whatever that I am creating. So, if you have your own way of just reminding and resetting, that would be wonderful. But if you also would like to use the moons as an year cycle to go with that, and then please join. And again, the moon is related to the water sign and literally influence the water on the planet Earth, the Mother Earth. So the tide of the ocean is also influenced, connected to the moon cycle. And think about that. Our body, physical body, more than 80%, according to the US standard figure, but lower in Japanese figure, because that more elderly people are becoming drier as a human being. But about the 70% of our body is made of water. So the water is really influencing our body too. And then also body is part of our beingness. So other part is also being influenced by the moon cycle. So that's what I take. And again, that the water is related to the second energy center, which is the emotion. So it's very emotionally charged, influenced by the moon cycle. Um, its statistics shows that the police department, one of the busiest night is the full moon because the people got so emotionally charged. That's natural being part of the universe. So, that's what the relationship with the universe and the moon and the earth and the residents of this mother earth as a human being individual. So just to become aware of that relatedness, and if you are emotional person as myself, or if you have some water sign in your whatever the chart you are familiar with. I am not that so familiar with that chart, but and then it's good to be pay attention to that moon because that relate to our emotions. Okay, so this is the second full moon of this year 2022, a calendar year. And here is, oh, by the way, I thank you for connecting through the Twitter and leave the heart and the tweet. I truly appreciate. Thank you so much. And I feel connected and being supported. Okay. All right. So for this preparation for this full moon, so maybe it's good to be good to pay attention to what we would like to celebrate, our own creation, achievement. Here is the card. That for this full moon. Second chakra, which is the emotion, water sign. That's the really related to the moon energy, as I just mentioned. And in conjunction with the society, living in society, the second chakra, color orange, which is about emotion, pleasure, creativity, sexuality, partnership, one-on-one relationship. It's a very unstable emotion, numbers and the energy center, but it's give birth to something significant with co-creation with one-on-one relationship. And then also money is connected to emotion. So here is the living in society. Unhealthy thought is, let's see, intimate relationships interfere with my freedom. Intimate relationship interfere with my freedom. That's interesting because we just had the Valentine's Day and talk about love and any kind of love. And this one is an intimate relationship focus, second chakra, one-on-one relationship. The healthy thought is it is possible to maintain one's individual creative identity and also be in an intimate, committed relationship. I repeat, it is possible to maintain one's individual creative identity and also be in an intimate, committed relationship. This is a good interesting timing flow that right after the Valentine's Day, perhaps that you embodied partnership, loving relationship with the significant others, or invite in the new love, or ending the love in loving self in a way, whatever wherever that you are in that journey. Then this is like affirmation for we are individually as a whole person, and then with the significant partner to make it multiple, deepening that creativity or expanding or more expanding the creativity, something that we are unable to give birth to by ourselves individually, but with together with the partner, so, and still we are whole person as an individual, even we are in the relationship or not. So that's especially for empath, like one with the lover, and then just like it's very difficult to feel the boundary because it's the two oneness. And then, is this my area or, partner's area? So let's check what Dr. Mona Lisa needs to add on this. Living in society, second chakra. Living in society. 74. Okay. So, hey, Aiden. Good morning. Good morning, Aiden. I really wanted to visit you alive, but somehow I am unable to get the notification from HAP's broadcaster, so I missing everybody's broadcast. But I hope that I can visit you alive soon. Thank you for stopping by. Truly appreciate that. We're preparing for the full moon. Thank you. So here is the living in society. The healthy boundaries found in my relationship, found in any relationship can be linked to this scene in ballroom dancing. In dancing and any partnership, there are three different territories: my dance space, your dance space, and our dance space. The area between us where we come together to maintain our individual identity and also be in a relationship. It's necessary to be assertive when telling our partner when our personal space is being invaded, violated. If we don't know how to say no to someone we love, then we must find it difficult, if not impossible, for formal partnership. If not impossible to form a relationship, partnership. Alternately, some people have what I call the Trojan horse archetype. In the beginning of relationship, they may go along with anything their partner wants. Are you familiar with that? To earn love and approval and validation. But once the relationship becomes committed, they begin to open their mouth and assert their identity. The new identity in Navichis is going to be activated. Um, this form of bait and switch relationship style ultimately ends in separation or divorce. Intimate relationship help us touch the hand of God by getting us to a place where we can create another form of inspiration. Relationship between two people can open up part of the world that aren't open to an individual. Yeah, that's so true. And it's a good reminder that, especially the Valentine's, after the Valentine's and embodying the love, inviting love, deepening love in any kind. And love is caring and giving without expecting return. Give. But it's like if someone is invading your space and then you've got to say no, it's different from because we are not giving love to that person because we love that relatedness, so openly say no. This is my space. Can you step out from here? I need a space. And then if you are the person who are told that, hey, I need a space from the partner, and then you have no idea that maybe she or he doesn't like me, or just blocking me. But just think about that. um if we are individually unhealthy, and then the other person need to take care of the unhealthy person. Isn't that unhealthy? So it's like encouraging to being healthy whole being, to be in love and co-create. That's the ideal. So it's always a good reminder to have that objective view, like a bird's eye, as in a subjective, to be in love and sharing love, giving love, and then co-creating something significant with the partner. So, yeah, unconditional love. So, especially for empathic people, and then I know that many of you here connecting me is empathic, like attractor, like caring, nurturing spirit, and so giving, so empath is an extension of own self, and then co-creating, together space. And it's hard to get the boundaries, but maybe good to give attention to own space than feeling strange or feeling drained or invaded, and then say, hey, I need a space, in order to be a good partner, better co-creator with you, and then finding a nice way to say, instead of like emotion, like no, and then just go away. I need a space. But we all learn from a failure, that lessons. So become better communicator, but openness, openness, and then showing that caring heart to others, then that will be understood, hopefully. So today's reminder for full moon, preparing for the full moon, is it is possible to maintain one's individual creative identity and also be in an intimate, committed relationship. Unhealthy thought is intimate relationships interfere with my freedom. So it's like when I'm with a partner, and then that is really like giving up my own time, own identity, and you know maybe the way to enjoying alone time and maintain self might be in a different way to maintaining it, connecting it. But it's possible, and then it is absolutely needed to be in a healthy relationship, unless otherwise it's so codependent or draining, or not so much seeing. So it's like a balancing of a good partnership. That's what I think. So, yeah, living in society, the second chakra. And again, this maintaining individual creative identity and also be in an intimate committed relationship, I think that requires a mature awareness and a mature way to open up the heart, and then secure self-esteem, to no seeking validation from the partner. Whatever that he or she said, I'm here, this is me, and this is what I need. And unless otherwise, I'm going to be a different person, and it's just not going to sustain in a way, because I'm faking to become someone to gain the validation. So that's the reminder, and I hope this will be the helpful insight for a full moon. So the full moon is to celebrate and achievement, how far we came from particular goal setting or wishes or intentional creation. And it's a good time to review and let go of no longer needing serving energy. So you can find that thought or way of feeling, thinking, connecting, repeating as non-physical part of us. Also the physical energy to just to clean up the visible element, like refrigerator, for example, that's the quickest one, or shoe boxes, or a closet, or what, to just to let go, creating the space, and to connecting how much we transformed, or how much we are growing, just to become aware of own creation. It's a good time to do that with the full moon energy, and release it, let go of no longer serving. And sometimes some people, it's very difficult to let go and carry everything everything with us to that space for new creation, and then newness needing the space to take place. So we got to release and create the space for new to come. So intentionally doing it, amazingly, universe will join as a co-create, as in a synchronicity to replacing something. Um, so if you are ready, and I highly encourage you to do that using this full moon energy tonight, tomorrow night, and then maybe a day after, 3 days would be a good energy to do that for celebrating and then releasing. Aiden, if you are still there, would you like to pick the card for full moon preparation, perhaps? If so, please drop the number between 1 to 10. So, yeah. And then something that I like to celebrate is, oh, this is an energy circle that we started for this winter time, 2022. And you can see this visual on my Instagram page. And if you like to add your energy and intention and being supported by like-minded circle member, please go to my Instagram and find this post, and then follow the instruction there. I'm gonna take your name or word to handwrite it in here to send the energy to just make it boost in your intention or bettering. And then again, that I take your healing request for any healing, physical healing, emotional healing, whatever healing, or special healing for a job interview, or having a surgery, or broken heart or heavy heart. Please let me know, so then I can redirect the healing energy towards you or your loved ones, just in case it helps. And I know that when we do whatever we can do to make it better, and then on top of that, extra energy to support it is nice if we can have it. So that's one of the reasons that I am facilitating this for myself and for one another. And we need each other to be part of this energy circle. So please join and support us and being supported. There's many wonderful healers and intuitives in this energy circle. So I've been part of this for over 15 years, and many of this joiners are doing for over 10 years together as an energy healer and an intuitive. So it's a powerful energy we can co-create, but we need one another to grow this power. More joining, more power individually we can get. So this is absolutely outside of religion or cultural influence, but just the human gift, the power of unity and the mutual intention and interest, which is to create the better life for each of us as an wholehearted wishes to live. That's what the intention for self bettering together. So if you are interested in, please join and check my Instagram and to post your word and energy. Okay, well, so this is one of the things that I've been building this winter time. And also, for moon, I normally create that list of what I would like to let go of, and then what I like to will come in as my new reality. Create the list, and then tear up, and then burn this no longer serving list. Do it together with our local friends. But unfortunately, at this point, the pandemic restrictions are in this local area, so unable to get together with a local circle member. Um, but I want to sleep on that tonight to really connect in my intentional creation. And then tomorrow morning, I like to create that list. So if you are also joining me this for a Libre or your time zone and kind of interested in to join energetically, please join me to create the list, that releasing list, no longer serving, and then also welcoming. Um, the one of the achievement I recognized is that that was the August, not the August. That was in October. It's the beginning of the autumn circle that I created. October, November, December circle. And I wanted to have my body is to work on, because since the pandemic, staying home and eating habit kind of changed, and then also the going out and moving, routine got totally changed, and the body is under the stress from these changes and the restrictions. So I really wanted to cleansing my body, and then at the first year I worked on the colon cleansing and to boosting the immune system and all that, and studying about the food and then to eat in and cleansing, and it was a okay, kind of succeeded, but still I kind of wanted to shape my body like that, like waist area, to make it little smaller, like a trim. But I wanted to avoid some exercises that I really need to put the effort on, because I know that it needs to continuous work, like dedication to sustaining that as part of my everyday things. So I was wondering about what would work, like a little stretches or eatings or a combination of that. And then that last October, I decided to come up with the simplest thing. But I committed to do it mostly every day, but just the 5 days a week if I feel like wanna cheat myself. So I just to give myself a little space for hiding, preparing for that. And but the commitment is like I just do it, so the things I chose was the oxygenation, conscious oxygenation, to stretching the tummy before I go sleep. Only at 10 times, 10 deep breath with the conscious oxygenation and stretching out part. Just like a yoga, but it's not the significant yoga, but it's to consciously breathe from nose and then exhaling from mouth 10 times every night and to see how it goes. And that was like intuitively, I just came up with that. And then 10 times before going to close my eyes. I think I can do that, 10 times. And then I started last October. Then what I noted is that my sleep pattern became so well, like the quality of my sleep is becoming so well. And then I thought, it's, the weather is becoming nicer, so it's easier to sleep compared to the summer humid. It's just the cozy weather. That's probably the reason. And then I realized that that's because of this oxygenation. And then the synchronicity brought the information. It's like what I was doing is scientifically making sense for people who have challenging time sleeping in the night. So I was like, oh, okay. So this is for my sleep, support, not for my tummy, like the waist trimming exercising. But I continued anyway because it's just a simple, and then I kind of intuitively knew that it might do something. Um, but my goal is to just dedicate what I chose to do. And then a couple months around the end of the last year, my sleep quality become really well. So when you sleep well, you're more energized, right? So that good cycle is started to happen. And then I didn't pay much attention for the original intention, that is for trimming my waistline to make it flatter. And then recognize that, wow, it's like stomach is digestive tract is becoming really active, as a second month. And then all of a sudden, boom, like after 90 days, about the third month, I recognized that my stomach is becoming changing the shapes like a flutter without any other effort. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Normally you need to watch for the food, particular food, more fibers or more ions, according to the body's alert. I just listen and then, change the dieting. But was not so much body alert was there. So just normally, you know, choosing the food that I choose. And then continuously every night, 10 breath, deep breath, conscious breath, and just to do it. And then I know that a few nights, a month, I just want to like forget it. I just too sleepy and I'm not going to do that tonight and then crash into bed. There was several of them there in this 90 days, but it was okay. And then just every night, every night. And then you know what? Recently, I didn't even pay attention to the original, like what I wanted to have. Um, is the feeling good stomach shape. So here is the recognition came to me is originally I wanted to make the body shape nicer. It was the goal, my original intention, and then chose the simplest way, and then from there my commitment is no longer to think about that stomach, but just think about to do the things I committed to do. So no matter what, I just do it, dedicate. And then the time every night when I do that breathing, I no longer think about the shape or the form or the, but just I do it and then feel good, and then I do it, feel good. That repeating for 90 days, and then forgot about that original idea. Then I got it. So that's sort of like creating something we would like to have. Always thinking something means like a lack of having that situation. So then attention is given to that lack of having ideal shape of the body. That was my case. And then the time I didn't pay attention to the shape of the body, but paying attention to dedicate what I committed to do, and then that aligned. that that's the tricky part. So forgot about the original, but just the dedicated. Just like just like two different focuses, and then once you achieve that, became that ideal, and then realizing that not even thinking about that anymore, but just do thinking about doing that, dedicating what I committed to do. And then that absolutely became part of me, my every night routine. And it's just simple. It takes only like a 3 minutes, but sometimes that 3 minutes is the hardest to continue doing it. So cheat days are okay, but just get going with it. So that's something that I like to celebrate the achievement without effort of making that happen, but allow that to happen. So making that happen is like always thinking about, like a measuring or checking the shape and that kind of things to make it. But making sure to dedicate something committed, forget about the rest, but then it's achieved. So that I think something apply to other things. And once we become aware of that situation already aligned, then if it's there already, and then not getting much attention, it's part of us, already became that part, that self chosen by ourselves. So that's what I wanted to share. And this full moon, I think I like to celebrate that and then continue going with that. And if you also thinking about to do some exercise, you know, this apply to many different tasks that we would like to set as a goal, but physical is pretty easy, visible, and the body respond quickly, quicker than the mind is such a messy place. But it's a visible and quick response we can get from our body. So choosing that as an training a muscle or trim some, the foaming whatever that you like to desire, might be a good to experiment what you can do. Then to choose the easiest way, easiest, ridiculously simplest, easiest, but just commit for 3 months, 90 days. I think that's a magical forms that something is to shift into the next level or next stage from what we dedicate. So the 90 days magic formula. Well, that's what I wanted to share today, and I hope it helped for the using the full moon energy, and I hope I see you tomorrow too. Thank you for joining. You have a wonderful day and happy full moon preparation. Thank you for joining. Bye.